Cleopatra VII Philopator. The education of a singular queen. Cleopatra VII Philopator, who lived from 69 BC to 30 BC, was the last ruler of Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty and one of the most learned and brilliant figures of her time. Her education was extraordinary, far surpassing what was expected, even for royalty. While there are no records of a school or college in the modern sense, Cleopatra's training took place within the Royal Palace of Alexandria, a vibrant hub of knowledge directly linked to the legendary Library of Alexandria and the Mouseion. Together, these institutions formed the greatest intellectual center of the Hellenistic world, a hub of unmatched learning. The Royal Palace, located in Alexandria's prestigious Bruchian district, stood just steps away from the library and Mouseion. The library housed an immense collection of papyrus scrolls, hundreds of thousands by some estimates, containing works of philosophy, science, literature, and history from across cultures. The Mouseion was a research center that brought together the brightest minds of the era: mathematicians, astronomers, poets, and physicians. Those scholars like Eratosthenes, who measured the Earth's circumference, and Hipparchus, a pioneer in astronomy, lived before Cleopatra's reign. Their intellectual legacy thrived, shaping the environment she grew up in. In this setting, Cleopatra had access to rare resources: scrolls of Homer and Hesiod, scientific instruments for studying the stars, and lively philosophical debates that echoed through the palace halls. This atmosphere fueled her curiosity and cultivated a cosmopolitan worldview, essential for a queen ruling a diverse kingdom. Mastery of languages, a diplomatic edge. One of Cleopatra's most remarkable achievements was her command of at least 9 languages, a rare feat, even among the elite of her time. Unlike her Ptolemaic predecessors, who ruled Egypt without embracing its native culture, Cleopatra learned Egyptian Demotic, forging a direct connection with her people, a politically powerful move. She also spoke fluent Greek Koine, the common language of the Hellenistic world, as well as Latin, Aramaic, Hebrew, Ethiopian, Persian, Libyan, and possibly Syriac. This linguistic prowess was honed by expert tutors who trained her in foreign languages and diplomacy. Her ability to speak multiple languages wasn't just a skill, it was a strategic advantage. Cleopatra could negotiate directly with foreign leaders like Julius Caesar and Mark Antony without interpreters, giving her greater control and authority in diplomatic discussions. This made her a uniquely autonomous and charismatic ruler. A multidisciplinary education. Cleopatra's education was both broad and practical, designed to equip her for the challenges of ruling a complex kingdom. Her studies included mathematics and astronomy. These were vital for managing trade, navigation, and Egypt's agricultural calendar, which relied on the Nile's floods. She likely studied the astronomical calculations developed in Alexandria, using them for both science and royal propaganda, linking herself to celestial deities like Isis. Medicine and pharmacology. Cleopatra had advanced knowledge of remedies, poisons, and antidotes, a critical skill for a ruler wary of conspiracies. Ancient sources suggest she conducted experiments with toxins, showcasing her scientific curiosity and political pragmatism. Politics and economics. As queen of one of the Mediterranean's wealthiest kingdoms, known for its grain production and maritime trade, she mastered fiscal management, diplomacy, and international alliances, Greek philosophy, and rhetoric. These disciplines allowed her to debate with scholars and impress foreign leaders with her eloquence. She was well-versed in the works of Plato, Aristotle, and the great Greek orators. History and classical literature. Studying epic and historical works helped her craft a cultured image, presenting herself as an heir to Alexander the Great and Egypt's divine traditions. A strategic education for power. Cleopatra's training went beyond academics. It was deeply strategic. Her tutors schooled her in persuasive oratory, enabling her to captivate allies and negotiate treaties. Lessons in royal etiquette prepared her to embody the majesty of her dynasty, while studies in military and political strategy equipped her to navigate crises, such as her power struggles with her brother Ptolemy XIII and her complex dealings with Rome. Cleopatra didn't just absorb knowledge, she wielded it masterfully. Her ability to present herself as a learned, strategic, and charismatic queen was key to her negotiations with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony. These relationships, often romanticized, were above all political partnerships that ensured Egypt's survival in a world dominated by Rome. The legacy of a learned queen. Though Cleopatra didn't attend a school as we understand it today, her education within the Royal Palace of Alexandria, steeped in the environment of the library in Mouseion, was unparalleled. She grew up in a center of knowledge that drew the greatest minds of the ancient world, with access to intellectual resources few could imagine. This upbringing transformed her into one of the most educated, versatile, and influential figures of her era, a queen whose intelligence and charisma continue to captivate the world.